Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle Vancouver adjacent by night. That's the one. As a warning, this is a mature game and it explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are available on YouTube after the game, and you can always come back to an episode if you feel ready. So I'd like to thank our wonderful sponsor, host, and awesome dice maker, Level Up Dice, for giving us this opportunity to share our story with you. Please support them by purchasing their exquisite dice or by spreading the word about them on social media. Today's dice will be the Bruja. We're going to start way back at the beginning of the vampire thing. They were like the first clan in the book, the rebels, iconoclasts, etc. And also, we have a new sponsor, as you can see over there, which is Dogmite Games. Dogmite Games is the best gaming company you've never heard of, but I have heard of them. So, all right, they combine craftsmanship with artistry to create truly unique pieces of functional art for your game, from dice boxes and rolling trays to fully sculpted Valhalla screens for GMs. Each piece is created on site in their workshop in Michigan by a devoted team of craftsmen. And I think that's it for our sponsors. So let's introduce our vampires for the third season. Let's start with Brennan.
Hi, I'm Brennan. I play Charlotte, our Ventru. I'm literally the boss of the entire group, and it doesn't matter what anybody says about it.
That's fair. And Zachary.
Hey, I'm Zachary Vaudo. I play Charlie Lawrence, the Malkavian Brummagem.
Samantha.
Hey, I'm Samantha McLarty, and I play Elena Cortez, the La Sombra Primogen.
Over down here to the red portion of our screen, because we've separated into red and blue, apparently. Patrick.
Hi, Patrick Gill, and I will be playing Harley, the Nosferatu Primogen, and a very dedicated employee of Charlotte Industries.
Extremely dedicated. And last but certainly not least is Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. I play Cassandra, the Toreador Primogen, and Harpy.
And I am Storyteller Steve, and I'm just going to do a quick run through of the last two seasons. Well, not the last two seasons, the last episode. If you want to watch the last two seasons, it's over there in the YouTube.
Last time.
Last
I was
time.
gonna say cue montage.
Mm-hmm.
Previously on Vancouver Adjacent by Night.
Jerk.
We killed lots of people. Oh no, that was just me. Oops.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of killing. It was mostly Elena. We're just blaming it on Elena. You know, she's got the humanity stains to prove it. And at the end of that particular episode, there was a phone call from somebody that they knew. I wonder who that could have been. And Harley recorded said phone call. I will run through like a quick, brief synopsis of said phone call because it was a pretty long phone call. Let's be honest. It was about an hour long that was recorded in game time. So we're not going to like hit play on the phone call now. We'll just do a quick kind of run through and let everybody know what happened. But if you want to see the phone call, again, it's on the YouTubes. So the phone call basically gets broken down as follows. Soon after Harley hears Connor's voice, Harley hits record on several different devices so that he can have a backup. And the other coterie in Vancouver by Night, Delve into Darkness, is talking with Connor and making a deal. Connor proposes the idea to spy upon the coterie of Cassandra, mentioned quite blatantly by name, to find out information your haunts, what you do, where you hang out. And the deal is eventually struck for 2 major boons to the coterie and 1 major boon to Clan Hakata. Then afterwards, there's a bit of shuffling around and random noises. Harley probably would have cut this part out before bringing it to the rest of the coterie, and it begins once again with the coterie kind of having a debate after Connor left, and the debate kind of goes back and forth for a little bit. There are some that seem resistant to helping out Connor. There are some that don't seem to care one way or the other, that it's kindred politics, that spying on people happens. And there is a quite insistent Duran Giovanni who is quite insistent upon the deal has been made. Now we have to honor it.
I liked him.
And we're going to kind of pick it up from there. I'm assuming Harley kind of put the tape recorder on the main desk in the boardroom and hit play with the speakerphone on.
Yeah, so Harley would have, with very little to no preamble, just told everyone we need to gather in the boardroom. There's something that you need to hear. Anyone who pressed for more information would get, Harley ghosted them. And then once they've all gathered, Harley would kind of hesitantly pace around the room a little bit before finally hitting play. Harley has probably listened to this multiple times over the past couple of nights before finally having the opportunity to get everyone together. And the call ends.
The moment the call ends, Charlie just slowly stands up and starts to walk for the door.
Charlie, stop.
No,
Where are you going?
I'm going to kill them.
No.
I put my hand on the door.
No.
Okay, I'm going to go with you then. In that case, I thought you were going to do something else.
Fine.
No one
I'm
goes
gonna follow Charlie.
anywhere.
Can we not?
No.
This goes poorly.
No,
like every
no,
time.
no. Do not. We always did this waiting thing. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. This is for the first time I finally have at least one of you on board with the killing.
Have you learned nothing from all of our time together? What good is it to have blood on our own hands? And we have to kill them all? That seems like an extreme jump to me.
And
Everybody that agreed to it on that recording.
It's just, I mean, I know you guys are new to the Camarilla, but we barely know most of them. I'm slightly disappointed in Duran. I thought he was nice and he made me a nice suit. But aside from that, they're just trying to survive like we are. Or at least most of them.
They picked the wrong side.
I should
Stop.
have known better.
No.
What? They don't even know there are sides.
That's
They should
unfortunate.
know that at least we are Primogen.
Hold
That-
on.
So's
hold on.
Abigail.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
slight storyteller note. They do actually mention that you are mostly Primogen in the particular debate afterwards.
Oh, I'm not a primogen.
Now,
Oh.
I guess I'm safe.
Now, hold on. Before we go turning them all into grease stains, we need to look at this tactically.
Thank you.
Tactically, is there not
bunch of-
you to walk
It's like
through?
a bag of hammers.
Tactically, they're not expecting it right now.
Tactically,
Well, tactically, it's stupid right now.
and Abigail is under my personal protection, and
Then I won't
would
kill
have,
Abigail.
I have to make sure that that's not going to turn into collateral damage, and I don't think anyone would want to see that happen.
Tactically speaking, a man that's walking outside on the street doesn't expect a brick to the head. It doesn't mean that it's the first thing we should do.
It's the
When
most
they're
effective thing.
conspiring with someone like a Connor.
They don't
And
even
do they know who
he
Connor is? I didn't know who Connor
Does
was.
it matter? There's somebody that has come up to them asking for information on all of us.
It doesn't matter that they don't know who Connor is. We know who Connor is. I'm looking straight at Cassandra at that one. We know who he is. We
Yeah,
know.
and you think if we rush in there right now to commit a whole bunch of murder, he's not going to turn around and report that to anyone at all?
Then-
He's just going to take that on the nose?
Okay, I propose the following. Let's redirect this. If Connor set him up for this, then hey, Team Black and White, go get him.
I mean, surely there's something salvageable in this house. Just because there's a little bit of rot doesn't mean that we need to bulldoze the entire place, right?
Convince me.
Abigail salvageable. There you
That's
go.
one.
You have something salvageable. You asked for one thing, you got the one.
Do you know the others?
Does it matter?
The Hecata are useful, almost as good information gatherers as the Nosferatu.
And they are agreeing.
And, I mean, there's Camarilla Hecata beef. I don't know the particulars, but it stands to reason that if we're going to be making a break, having an ally in the Hecata wouldn't be that bad of an idea.
We can make another one.
See what happens when you think about things?
We don't
I only
think
heard
got
one. I only heard one enthusiastic agreement.
Then we start with that one.
that.
Fine.
Leslie, we can make an example of the one that was really enthusiastic about it. How does that sound? Does that suit you a bit more?
Then we kill one, we kill multiple. What's to stop him from sending another coterie after us after he realizes that we've greased this lot?
And that's why I'm saying the blood shouldn't be on our hands. If we go to where there isn't rot in the house, maybe we convince that part of the house to clean itself up. Then maybe we don't have a problem anymore, and our friend is none the wiser.
And then while they're dealing with their own internal bullshit, let's just go kill Connor right now.
For once,
That's an idea.
somebody actually has a good idea other than,
Do you know where
Me.
he is?
Cassandra, do we?
I don't know where he is.
Cassandra, do you know how to get into touch with him? Surely you, being Toreador Primogen, would know someone that's good.
I'm
He
sure
showed
I
up
know
out of nowhere.
someone. I mean, we could just go to the Succubus Club again.
No,
I
no,
bet
no,
he'd
no,
be
no,
there.
no. What I'm thinking is that you tell him you want to meet him. Send the word that you want to meet him, just you. Tell him somewhere that is a neutral territory, like, I don't know, a park. I'm really itching to
Stupid.
try that out a bit. No, it's not stupid when it never will see me.
He won't
No,
see me
do you
either.
think he's stupid? If I were to walk up to you and say, I want to meet you one-on-one in the park. Just come and meet me one-on-one in the park. Would you just go with me?
And
Kinda, yeah, probably.
Cassandra, he wants to
Do you have
talk
like
to
a free
Cassandra.
puppy or a candy?
Well, then
He's-
make sure you have some puppies and candy to offer.
He's not an idiot. If I just reach out like, "Hey, I've changed my mind. Let's party." He's not just gonna show up. It sounds like an ambush.
Okay.
Well, not to say let's party, but tell him that you want to talk to him.
All right.
Find out why he's here.
Have you had any contact with him since we've last seen him?
No.
Insight check.
For my very convincing lie there?
You hesitated.
You look like a LA Noir character.
Press X to doubt. I would also like to get in on this action, please, storyteller.
Yeah.
Read an insight check.
So that'd be a manipulation or charisma and persuasion on
Hey.
Lex's part for Cassandra,
It's me.
I'm
and
gonna-
a wits and either investigation or insight for everyone else.
What were mine again? Manipulation and...
You could go manipulation or charisma plus your persuasion.
Have I had my coffee today?
Yes.
I've just got 2.
You got 4.
Uh, 6.
6.
Charlie's too angry. He's not actually focused on that.
Sorry,
Legit.
Cassandra, you had 6?
Yeah.
And 6 for Charlotte.
Yep.
She seems to be somewhat telling the truth.
I'm gonna burn. It's 8.
Oh.
Yeah, she's hiding something.
Okay. If you say so.
Listen, if I promise to not do anything stupid, can you just give me like an hour and a half to maybe see if I can get some like hot info on him
Yes.
while you all deliberate, and let's not go raid Duran's shop, and please just can we hold off on killing them for one night?
Sure,
Come on,
what's the address
Charlie,
of the
you
shop
said
I'm
you-
not supposed to raid?
No, you said you wanted info first. Give him an hour and a half to get us info first.
Fine. And Charlie walks back over, sits down, takes out his phone, punches 90 minutes into the timer, and puts it on the table.
And no horse shit, no other I'm out the door. I'm
Down to the computer.
I'm starting on the computer. My intention is to start putting feelers out on ShrekNet, and then I will go check in at my little haunt to see if there's anyone hanging around there tonight. And if not, this was the thing that we discussed a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm gonna stop there, check and make sure. I want to see if I can figure out where Connor is tonight.
All right. Let's do.
And I understand this is going to take some time. So yes, everyone can have their lovely RP while Harley is out.
I would say a intelligence, and let's go with tech.
Okay.
And keep that a secret whilst we go with everybody else. What is everybody else discussing after Harley kind of hoofs it out the door?
Well, that gives us some free time. You want to play pool?
Yep, cool.
I got a billiards table.
Is that different than pool?
No, they're very much the same.
I figured as much.
Team Black and White Murder Squad. Are you calm at least for the night? You can. Is your blood still boiling?
You don't have anything to worry about with me, I can assure you of that.
I'm calm
Never
for
heard that
89
from you
minutes.
before.
I'm calm for 89 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay.
What good is going to kill another coterie gonna do us? Don't say vengeance.
It will make a point,
To who?
Connor.
Connor.
Okay,
And
well,
then to everybody else that we're trying to align ourselves with, that
like
just a bunch
anarchs
of
and
brutal
sheriffs
monkeys
and
throwing
criminals.
bags of hammers.
They're not
Precisely.
going
Oh,
It
you
would
don't
make a
know
point.
that.
It would make
Yes,
a
I
point
do.
to all of them not to fucking cross us.
And you would trust a group of angry monkeys with throwing bags of hammers with reforming the entire city.
to. Let me make something very clear. Elena and I are on a slightly different page here, but we're in the same book. I'm not talking about sending a message. I'm talking about stopping a slight against us. I'm not talking about broadcasting it. I'm talking about cutting it out. And the only person that's going to have any idea is going to be Connor because he's going to be able to do simple arithmetic.
Well, wouldn't it be easier to just take out Connor and stop focusing all this hatred? And
How did that go last time?
we didn't have a plan. As opposed to now, your plan is to just go in and make a mess.
Plan is to tie up loose ends.
Charlie on this one.
Oh, boyfriend and girlfriend together at last.
And are you gonna do it again when he sends another group? And then someone else after that? And you know this doesn't end like that.
Hopefully by that time he will have learned it's not a very good idea for him to do. Or
He's not gonna learn that.
perhaps he might decide that it's not worth its time to continue to try to.
Now, I don't have the history with this Connor character like you guys seem to, but from what little I've experienced, he doesn't quite seem like the type to just let something go, especially since after whatever he did to you guys, he's back here making a mess again. I don't think he cares about how many people get, I don't know, how many people with tiaras get turned to ash for the sake of making his point.
I just want to know what his point is.
Perhaps
That
you
he
should
can
ask
touch
him.
us.
It's just such a pain that nobody has had contact with him. Is it something you would be willing to do, Cassandra? Getting into into contact for the point of, I don't know, espionage?
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually something I had already suggested I do. I suggested it to Charlie. That we kind of play two sides of the same coin, you know, get in contact with him, tell him I want whatever it is he wants, and then find out what it is he wants.
And I suggested that she learn how to guard her mind from you before doing that.
Oh yeah, you didn't want my help.
It's not like that. It's just not good for me.
Yeah, you don't trust me. It's okay.
No,
I understand.
it's gone poorly in the past.
Poorly how?
I may, in the past, have racked up several $100,000 of credit card debt sending gifts to people who weren't as interested in receiving them as I was in sending them.
You were a simp?
How was that connected?
Because that's what happens when I get too close to people. I get a little obsessed with making sure they like me. And only me. So it's not that I don't trust you, it's more that it tends to end poorly for everyone.
Would it end more poorly than going into Connor's room unguarded? Just weighing the options as a businesswoman.
We don't know what he wants. So maybe.
He wants what he's always wanted, which is control.
And he definitely seems to want you.
That's part of the control.
You know. Never mind.
The reason I made a mess of things that night in the club was because I didn't like that you were making a deal under duress. As somebody who does that all the time, I was making sure that that wasn't happening to you. If you do want to work with Connor, if that's something that you're interested in, then contact him.
I'm not saying I'm interested in it. I just want to know why here, why now, why me, why us? Like, there has to be a bigger play here than 40 years later I miss my ex.
Hmm.
There has to be more to it than that. There just has to.
And whatever he did in your dark backstories that you guys haven't told me yet wasn't so unforgivable that he is worth communicating with again.
I don't know.
Cassandra, he wants back in because after 40 years, you're not just another trophy for him to claim. You are a harpy and a primogen and a businesswoman. You are many successful things that you did entirely on your own, and I think you know he can't fucking stand that without having his name on it.
It could be that, yeah.
That's why he's back. Because you didn't just fade into the background like anybody else that he used and threw away. You made something of yourself. You survived and thrived.
Maybe I just want to hear it from him. Maybe if that's really what he's here for, then I can demand he tell me why he left me in the first place. He was just gone. No excuses, no explanations, and I think I am owed one.
I just think that he's going to continue to do the same thing that he's always done, which is make up whatever he wants, say whatever he wants, to get whatever he wants.
Maybe. I mean, you're probably right, but I don't know that. Because I don't know him. Not even as well as you do.
You're better for it.
I can't know that.
Pool. Let's play pool. Charlie, Elena, are you guys good? Not going to leave the building to go on a killing spree?
Elena isn't actually there anymore.
Oh, god damn it.
Because in our chat, I got everybody to roll a wits and awareness, and I got Elena to roll a dex and stealth. So Elena beat you all quite soundly. So yeah, you have the conversation, and then Charlotte looks up and goes, "All right, let's go play some pool. Hey, Charlie, where's Elena?"
Charlie, would you mind finding your liability of a girlfriend? You've got a good, 40 minutes of being calm? Maybe you can find her before then?
75.
75. Nice.
Like, lots of time.
Charlie gets up and storms off. He's going downstairs to the front door because he's assuming that she went out.
Should we have let both of them leave together at the same time?
Oh, he's not going to be outdone.
That
Elena, where are you going?
Elena went to see Alexandru.
Oh.
So I went the complete wrong direction. But
Weird flex, but okay.
All right. So yeah, you go up the elevator. Charlie probably would have seen that the elevator was going up and not down.
did she take? I mean, she took the elevator then, as opposed to stairs.
I'm assuming she took the elevator.
I'm giving that to the player.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. Then if I saw the elevator go up, then I start using the stairs, and I'm just hitting every floor until the elevator stops. Which means I'll probably be behind, but
A little bit behind.
I'll turn on heightened senses to hear when the elevator opens.
So, ding, and the usual thing happens for everyone who has never actually experienced this particular game before. This
Hashtag meat
is
room.
yeah, this is where the body horror element comes into it. So Elena, the doors open, and you see the lattice work of kind of finger appendages kind of move apart from each other and separate, allowing you entrance. And inside, for all the new folks, this is basically the inside of a large, kind of flesh crafted animal. It is kind of pulsating ever so slightly. It seems to, the walls are moving like it's breathing, but there's a kind of flesh covered spine that moves along the center of the hallway area. And there's like, you can kind of see like veins in the walls themselves. It is basically an entire floor almost entirely made of meat. Hashtag meat room.
Yeah. As soon as the elevator door opens, she is stepping out. Hello, Trevor. Good to see you again. Alexandru, where are you?
And out from the kind of a far off hallway, another kind of lattice work opens up, and out steps a very tall individual, almost 7 feet in height. They have kind of like a bone ridge that goes up around, and they have like strips of hair that are kind of tied back that are very long that kind of flow around their shoulders, and they're dressed in like a baby blue, just a suit that doesn't look like it's from any time in the last century. And it's got like the frilly cuffs that come out. Ah, Elena. Always a pleasure.
You might want to reserve that for a moment.
Oh?
One, not incredibly happy with you. Because of Harley. Two, because of what happened with Harley, I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb here. Well, not even a limb. I'm just going to say that you sort of owe us at this point. Because you lied to us. Three,
Oh, I didn't lie to you at all.
you said you were not Sabbat, yet you just pulled my friend into the Sabbat.
I said that Nixodon and I were the remnants of the Sabbat.
But you said you weren't currently. And what did you do?
One
I don't
can
like
change one's
the
mind.
Sabbat. I don't like the Sabbat. I don't like any of that. And you just pulled my friend. You pulled my friend into that. But that is that is not why I am here. That is giving me a little leverage at the moment. At least in my point of view, it is. What I need right now, what I'm here for right now, is I don't like to play games, and there is a person that is trying to play games with all of us. And I see it as being part of your best interest as well as ours for this person to not be around.
Door flies open.
Ah, Charlie as well. I was wondering when the other half of the power couple was going to be showing up.
Why?
Why?
Not you. Why?
Discuss this in a moment.
No.
Well,
Tell
that-
me
If
why.
you two need a moment,
No, you and I have business right now, and you're going to talk to me. This is what's going to happen. Charlie, give me a moment.
Not
You still have 75 minutes.
to not go kill the other people. Tell me why first.
Because if I can manage to eliminate the reason that we need to go kill the other people, then maybe everyone will be happy that there won't be a reason to do that anymore, or rather, we can do it and it really won't be that big of a deal.
this is all quite fascinating, and I'm sure makes for an interesting story, but would you mind filling me in, perhaps?
Go ahead. And I'll close the door and walk up next to her. Just stand.
Annoying Toreador.
Cassandra?
Causing trouble.
Connor
Not,
Lily.
not
Oh.
Cassandra. Cassandra's not annoying. Not like that, at least.
Sorry, you have to be more specific when you're mentioning Toreadors.
Connor.
I've heard the
He's
name.
Making it a point to be a thorn in our side.
Honestly, Toreador make it a point to be a thorn in everyone's side. It's part of the reason why they got the nickname the Roses.
Can
Let's
we
be
not,
honest.
please? Can we just discuss this without all of that? Just getting straight to the point. He is a liability that I don't want around anymore. He could jeopardize everything that we are trying to accomplish. And with the shit you and the Nixodon pulled with Harley, I think this might be an opportunity for you and I to be even.
Oh, that would cost you a lot more than what we have done with Harley.
Allow me to
Nixodon
rephrase.
still
Connor.
owes me a boon too. Two, actually.
Allow me to rephrase. If Connor jeopardizes what we are doing, then it throws whatever you are trying to do with Harley out the window. Because that means that Hazoon finds out and the whole thing goes to hell. Your plan's ruined. Nice try. So what do you say you don't have that happen?
Could be interesting. How powerful is this Connor? And do you have, let's say, the permission of destruction from the prince?
Alexandru, what the fuck do you think we have been doing in this city for the past few months?
Well, it's good to keep up appearances until such time as you're ready to pull the trigger.
I'm more interested in disappearances right now.
Precisely.
So you want him to disappear.
Metaphorically speaking.
So you want him
Ashes to
killed.
Literally.
Dust to
speaking.
dust.
Hence my point. If the prince's little goons come sniffing around,
You're afraid of the prince's little goons now?
oh, I didn't say that.
Then what does it fucking matter?
Oh, it matters because
Everybody's so sassy.
it matters because, you know, I could actually turn you into the prince if I really felt like it.
And then your plan that you were trying to work with Harley still goes to shit. Nice
Would
try.
it though?
Yes, it would actually.
Or would two people who have tried to keep Harley outside of my plan, maybe they have disappeared?
I think two people on the Primogen Council that you were attempting to infiltrate and manipulate go out the window, and then you have less pawns on the table that care about Harley. Enough to not just disconnect him from you. Metaphorically and literally.
Oh, that wouldn't happen.
Yes. it
He's
would.
very connected.
Mhm.
I think you underestimate us.
I think you underestimate the connectivity tissue.
There's plenty of underestimation that seems to be going around.
Seems to be.
Look, I'm not playing a fucking pissing contest with you. I'm well aware of how strong you are, which is why I've come to you to tell you to deal with this.
Apparently, you seem to have forgotten where you're standing.
You're going to have Trevor eat me?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Are you playing at traditions now, Alexandru?
Like I said, it's best to keep up appearances until such time as you're ready to pull the trigger. You
Great.
need all of your ducks in a row. If you pull the trigger prematurely, it may jeopardize the entire thing and the entire house of cards falls.
Charlie, what does your clock say right now?
45 minutes.
Mm-hmm. You have about 45 minutes before those ducks start falling anyway.
In the meantime, whose domain does your domain reside in?
Currently, Prince Hazoon's.
No, think smaller. Is it
Prince-
the building that our
Prince
coterie owns?
Hazoon's.
Is it the building that our coterie owns?
It is, but
That's.
I'm not sure if you speak for Charlotte in this regard.
Would you like me to get her for you?
If you feel like it.
I'm going to text Charlotte and Cassandra.
Can we rewind to as soon as Charlie stepped out of the room?
100%.
Yes. Yes, we can.
Elena is so pissed right now.
Oh, this is great. Well, let's do a quick vibe check with everybody. Make sure everybody's still cool.
The spice
Everybody's
must
good?
flow, bitches.
All the way.
Elena's pissed off. This is like weeks and weeks and weeks of shit that has been building up and building up after the whole Harley. Like, no, done fucking playing. It's over.
Look what you've done, Delves.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let's
fucked up.
let's rewind it. As soon as Charlie leaves the room and Charlotte and Cassandra.
Okay, I assume that he knows her well enough that he's going to find her within the next 10 minutes, so I should make this quick.
I would assume he will.
I'm assuming that you read the room and recognized that I was lying to you about playing pool. I didn't actually get a pool table.
Oh, we should get a pool table.
I will. I'll check Amazon.
Yeah.
But first things first. You're a big girl. You want to talk to Connor, don't you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And you can't lie to me. You have been talking to Connor, haven't you? You know how to contact him.
It's not exactly like that. We haven't been in contact necessarily.
Necessarily, but you could if you needed to.
No, he sent.
If you wanted to tell him that you were coming to the park casino to come see him and have a conversation, you could do that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. And since you're such a big, strong girl, and I can't babysit you forever, how old are you now?
Old enough.
Of course. Go. I won't tell anyone.
I never said I couldn't contact him. It's not like I've got his Facebook or something.
I told you where he is.
Yeah.
So go.
Seriously? They will lose their minds if I walk out of here right now.
I'll handle it. I'm sure they're at each other's throats right now.
Are you gonna handle it by making them heal as well?
Whatever do you mean?
I've seen you do some stuff to Harley. And I'm not sure it's cool.
Is enthusiastic consent never cool?
Sure, but he doesn't seem to remember the consent, and I'm pretty sure there's some kind of drinking PSA that says if you can't remember consent, it's revoked, or something like that.
But that was part of our deal when he could remember it.
Well, that seems convenient for you. What if he changes his mind?
Yes, I tend to make deals that are convenient for me. Are you saying that you don't trust me to make deals that are convenient for all of us?
Doesn't seem very convenient for Harley.
It's what he wanted.
Then, but what if he changes his mind? He can't know if he doesn't know what happened.
Okay, we just came from a tattoo place, didn't we?
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a permanent tattoo that you might regret? Like a tramp stamp, something like that? Somebody's name who you're no longer with?
Yeah, yeah, I did some stuff.
And it's a pain to remove that tattoo, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
It's actually not easy, and at the end of the day, there's still going to be marks from that tattoo. Even
Yeah.
though you made that decision with enthusiastic consent.
Uh-huh.
Well, this is a brain tattoo.
Okay, but if I woke up with amnesia one day and wondered why the name Brian was tattooed on my ass, I'd be a lot more inclined to have it removed than if I remembered putting it there.
Ah, but the scars would remain.
I'm not sure that's an argument in favor.
It's too late. The stupid tattoo is already given.
So he's just like that forever now?
Yes, and I'm not going, and he trusted me enough, which I thought you would, to make that decision for him.
It just seems like it would be really, really, really easy to be lying about the consent part.
It would be. But that's why we trust our members of our coterie, isn't it?
That's true. He signed a contract, surely. There's no way you did this without getting him to sign a contract.
Yeah, I have a contract.
Well, show me the contract and this is problem solved.
Okay, I'll... Sandra, get the contract.
Get the dominate contract.
Yeah. Bzz. Which contract, Miss Ardane?
The sit boy one.
Bzz. Is that Harley?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to pause as a storyteller for a sec. And, it's one of those things where Cassandra should probably be thinking, wait a minute, there's more than one. So eventually, Sandra comes in with a, brown manila envelope that is Harley is written in Sharpie along the one tab and hands it over to Charlotte. Will there be anything else, Ms. Ardane?
No, that'll be all. We're having important discussion.
All right. I'll be at my desk if you need me. And then she leaves.
Oh, there you have it.
And Cassandra takes the iTunes terms and conditions read through this.
Yep. Okay. Human
just click
centipede.
accept?
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, this is
Chances
really
are, in the world of
long.
darkness, with Alexandru above you, there may have been an actual human centipede type clause in there.
An event of human centipede. Well, assuming that everything at a cursory glance appears to be in order.
It seems to be. That does you've not. I don't think you've actually seen Harley sign his name to anything, but yeah, it seems like there's a Harley signature, unless Harley signed it as
That's
Chet
not
or
true. That's not true.
Chet or Chuck or whatever his actual name is.
He did sign his name on a thing one time. I think I think he was mimicking the bike drawing that your assistant did.
Oh. Okay.
I can't help but say that I'm a bit hurt that you didn't trust me with this. And that you didn't trust me that while I am capable of terrible, awful, evil things, I would never do anything with ill intention towards my friends.
I'm sorry I didn't trust you.
So are you going to go see your boyfriend?
I probably should before they go on a murder spree.
They're definitely going to go kill him. And she looks you right in the eyes and says, if at any point he tries to get you to agree to anything while influencing you unfairly, you will do everything in your power to leave the building, won't you?
Let me just look this up. Okay.
What? Do you think she's dominating me? I think this is just good friend advice.
No, she's dominating you.
Oh, damn it.
How long have we been playing this game?
Oh, here we thought we were just having a good friend moment.
Yeah, it's not quite as not subtle as Clockwork Orange, where she's like prying your eyes open and like force feeding you information. But yeah.
But pretty close.
So which power are you employing, Charlotte?
I am doing Submerge Directive, and I have rationalized.
Oh dear.
You're just gonna mesmerize Cassandra into something to then stick all that in there.
Hey, what the? Apparently, Submerge Directive isn't actually in this particular book.
Submerge Directive piggybacks off of Mesmerize, or for the purposes you did in this game, sometimes Cloud Memory.
Okay, let's just do like the Mesmerize roll. Manipulation plus Dominate.
Oh, you said that I had my coffee.
Yes. And it is also a rouse check.
Ooh, I'm hungrier.
Charlotte, you gotta invest in them stocks.
Yeah, I'm busy right now. I'm trying to brainwash a friend, protect her from herself.
Get her to invest too. She's got the, or maybe invest in her stuff. The drug den or whatever it is. The hippie commune.
I thought you were going to go with the clothing line over the crack house.
No, you invest in the artist people, and then when they accidentally die, then their art increases in value.
There hasn't been any money in art since we started producing it ourselves.
Yeah, but the Toreador are better at that.
Yeah, that's true. I'll consider it. Thank you for not telling me to eat anybody, though.
And you got to eat somebody. Get Chuck. What's his name? Frank. Bob.
Frank?
I
He
don't
isn't
know.
doing so good. We'll see.
So manipulation plus dominate for Charlotte, and intelligence plus resolve for Cassandra. And this all seems perfectly rational.
What a horrible roll. Oh, okay.
That actually sounded like a lot of dice, I'm not gonna lie.
It's a lot of dice.
I got 5.
7.
One of us, Google. We accept her.
By the end of this season, it's just going to be all of us friggin' dominated by Charlotte following her around.
Yeah, Charlotte's episode 13 is basically going to be Charlotte yelling out "heal," and then everybody's going to stop. Charlotte's going to be like, "No, you keep going. You heal."
Why did I give them all the same trigger words?
I like the thematicness of it, but I should have diversified.
You got to diversify your portfolio, Charlotte.
Shut up, you went away.
All right. So with that in mind, Cassandra turns around, scoops up her purse, and is heading out.
The large purse.
The purse of holding, of course.
Yes.
Text message to the entire group chat. Charlotte, please come up to Alexandru to give permission to kill Connor.
You better hurry.
Oh shit, I better hurry.
This seems actually like a good time to take a bit of a break. Because, this is
Going well?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing like, a
I had
coterie demanding an elder Sabbat member to do something.
Oh, don't worry, it'll
Will
get worse.
evict him.
Oh, it'll get worse.
I had literally
It's
none
me
of
too.
this. No, I had no idea that any of this was going to happen, and it's
Look what you did,
phenomenal. It's
Look what you
amazing.
made me
I
do
love
with
it.
the skeleton.
Oh my god.
All right. So we will be back in about 5 minutes. See you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. We are kind of splitting the party a little bit. So, let's kick it off where we ended off. Cassandra, you are going to Park Casino, I do believe.
I guess so. That was my great advice from my best friend Charlotte.
And
You should take the helicopter, so you should get there faster.
I'm not taking the helicopter.
You should take the helicopter. He'll appreciate the entrance.
You'll have to go past our floor.
Oh, no,
no,
never mind. Take the limo. Take the limo.
Anything but the helicopter.
Speaking of your best friend, Charlotte, where are you going from this particular meeting?
Charlotte will make sure that Cassandra has a limo waiting for her downstairs with orders to go to the Park Casino. And then she will text Charlie in the group chat. Okay, be right there. Harley needed help approving some computers. Don't fight Alexandru? ? Make it 10 minutes. And then she's going to go and make sure that Harley is approved on his computers.
So you go up to the Harley and Elena floor, and you can't actually find Harley.
I text Harley.
Harley's turned off his cell phone.
It's true. I was there.
Welcome to season 3. It's bad.
Charlotte is going to sit on the floor for 10 minutes. And then she's going to go up to Alexandru's floor.
So 10 minutes later, let's just fast forward it to that part. The door opens, the lattice work of fingers reveal Charlotte.
Hi, Trevor.
You hear the typical, like,
Such a lovely guy. What was the problem? Sorry about the delay. The computers were approved.
Elena had a thought that Connor interfering with us would impact Alexandru as well, and thus he should handle it, in particular, given his involvement with Harley. Alexandru pointed out that we are in his domain. I pointed out that his domain is in your domain.
oh, I didn't mention domain.
You know.
I mentioned where you're standing.
And then it was asked if you were planning on having Trevor eat us.
Oh, Trevor, you wouldn't do that to me, would you?
You said
There
no.
is no response.
Oh, this is nothing we can't talk out.
You said
I know
no.
I know these two monkeys with a bag of hammers. Is that what I've been calling you?
Enough, Charlotte.
Communication is key. So catch me up to speed. Take as long as you need.
It benefits everybody if Connor is out of the picture. It especially benefits Alexandru and Nixodon so that they don't have to throw out the plan that they have that involves Harley, because we all get undermined and our plan folds because Connor is interfered.
And you don't agree with this, Alexandra?
Oh, I didn't say I didn't agree with that.
Just that you wouldn't participate without various roadblocks the whole way through.
Just not seeing what's necessarily in it for me right now. Plus, you don't have the tradition of destruction on your side. It's always best to keep the prints appeased until you decide to remove them.
That is true. So, businesswoman to businessman, what would you need to sweeten the pot? because I think Connor is a problem for all of us, but I wouldn't want you to get put out on the street on our behalf without getting anything in return.
That's true. Obviously, prestation should be on the table.
It can be discussed.
You should know more than anyone, Miss Ardane. The prestation without a solid deal in place isn't really prestation, is it?
Okay. Who would you want for your canvas?
I'm thinking you.
Done.
Why?
Now handle Connor.
Oh, we haven't discussed price.
No.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
You want me to put something into play that I hadn't planned on putting in play for quite some time. Or at all. Toreador do Toreador things. This would be at least a major boon, if not more.
It was my suggestion, so I'll take it.
Miss Ardane,
Yes.
a major boon.
Oh, I assume that it's
Why
better
would
to
she
owe-
need to give you a major boon? I said that I will take it.
Oh,
It's
you did say that, but I would prefer this deal be with Miss Ardane. She's the one who has the resources.
Now, Elena, I understand your concern. However, where we stand right now, we owe Connor how many major boons?
Yeah.
3. So, this is just good business.
I could cancel out the ones that Nixodon owes me, so then therefore I suppose she would owe you.
Charlotte, are you still owed a boon from Ixodon?
Mm-hmm.
Alexandra, are you willing to accept the same deal that I offered you from Charlotte?
I am not. I would prefer that boon come directly from Miss Ardane.
There are some things that only I can do.
You know, I'm starting to wonder why we don't just use our 2 major boons with Nixodon to have somebody that actually is competent enough to do the task do it, as opposed to shuffling paperwork here.
It was my first consideration. Alexandru was closer.
I'm just
Thought I'd
saying,
give
it
the
seems
benefit of the
like
doubt.
it seems like for all that you all have told me about this clan, I don't get the hype. Why don't we go talk to the person that actually can do things and that we have coin to cash in on?
Fair enough. And Elena's just gonna turn to start to walk away.
Sorry to have wasted your time, Charlotte. Shall we?
I guess we shall. The council has spoken.
Always a pleasure.
No, it's not. Then I'll walk away.
Bye, Trevor.
There's no response.
I hate that. This is going to ruin book club.
And just go back down to the meeting room because that was where I assumed everybody else was at that point.
Elena's just gonna stop you. I'm not kidding.
Hmm.
Into the sewers we go. Try to keep up.
We
And I'm
should
going
have
to head
Harley.
that way.
We should have Harley if we're going back down there.
I should let you know that I wasn't being completely honest with you. I was not in a hurry to go speak to Alexandru. I couldn't find Harley and his phone's off. But I do think you should go get that boon.
Let's go get Cassandra and we'll go handle this, and then we'll find Harley and
Fine.
start.
Cassandra had business to attend to at the crack house.
Then we go to the crack house and find Cassandra and do what we said we were going to do.
You know she doesn't like the sewer.
Charlotte,
You're
Yeah.
being very catty right now, like jumpy.
More catty than usual.
Charlotte,
Spill it. What are you hiding?
I told you I'm hiding the fact that Harley disappeared and I couldn't find him.
Okay.
Maybe he's already in the sewers.
So we go and get Cassandra and we go get him. And do what we just said we were going to do.
Oh, I mean, you can text her.
I can go to her.
By the time you get there, she might have moved.
Charlotte, where's Cassandra?
Friend
I don't
to
know.
lie.
She said she'd be back.
Elena's gonna look at Charlie, turn and look at Charlie. What do you think?
I'm gonna look at my phone. I think I have 20 minutes.
How long does it take to get to where we need to go?
To the
Oh.
art.
How
Our
fast
place?
can your limo drive, Charlotte?
Which limo are we taking?
The faster one.
Sandra, can you prepare the fastest limo to go to the crack house, please?
She like shoots you a glance like, yes, Miss Ardane.
The
Because-
fastest one.
They're all the same make and model.
That's not true. The Hummer is the fastest one. It's just the biggest one.
Well, the other ones are all the same.
Well, get me the fastest one, please.
Sure.
Charlie, perhaps you should call Cassandra and
That's
tell
what
her
I
we're on our way. Don't text her, just call her.
I call Cassandra.
You hear a helicopter. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna send him to voicemail.
Ooh.
But like an idiot, I'm not gonna let it like ring all the way through. I'm gonna do the double click and send him to voicemail.
She must be doing the crack.
And I was just gonna say, Cassandra, we're going to go cash in with Nexodon to handle the Connor problem. We're coming to get you. Charlotte said that you're at your business. They'll see you shortly. I know.
Well, we've done what we can do. Would you like to head over?
Yes.
Perfectly
Wait.
fine. After all, there's a really good entrance at that place anyway.
Best of both worlds.
Good point.
So the three of you are going to Cassandra's art installation place.
Mhm.
All right. So let's skip over to the other side, shall we? I mean, yeah, it's true. That place is full of roses.
We're about to find out some shit.
But I've been lying about it so well.
Have you, though?
Oh,
All right, so Cassandra, you make it to Park Casino. And there is Park Casino is kind of interesting. Like the entire first two floors in the main foyer area are kind of a glass partition. The way to get up to where you would sign in to the actual hotel, you have to go up to the 6th floor, which is kind of weird, but okay, that's actually what happens. So I'm assuming you would go to the main reception.
yeah.
There's someone there with the standard kind of concierge outfit. Yes. Do you have a room?
No, I was hoping to speak to. I think he's probably some kind of manager here. Connor?
There's no manager here by the name of Connor.
I'm honestly just gonna kind of wait in this place. I don't think it'll take them long to spot me on the cameras.
All right. You can enjoy one of our restaurants if you so choose.
Yeah, that's where I'll go. I'm gonna go walk around kind of the casino floor a little bit.
All right. About 5 or so minutes after you're walking around the casino floor, you hear a voice that you definitely recognize. Hello, dear.
Hi.
What brings you?
Do you have somewhere we could go talk?
It's probably plenty of places we could go and talk.
And I assume you know them all.
After you. And he leads you to the elevators. Takes you up to the 26th floor. And it opens up and he scans in one of the penthouses. After you.
And I step in.
So, what brings you to this particular establishment?
You do.
Do I?
I want to know why you're here.
Various reasons.
List them. I got nowhere to be.
My reasons are my own.
I guess that's fair enough.
You were just on the casino floor. You shouldn't really show your whole hand just yet.
I was always terrible at cards.
And yet you went to a casino to find me.
Seemed like the obvious place. Well, here are the Succubus Club, right? But I figure you already made your grand entrance there.
Wasn't really that grand.
I remember it differently.
That is fair. That entrance was for you, though.
Certainly seemed targeted at me. I don't know if I would say it was for me.
Wouldn't you?
No, it certainly seemed to be for you.
You wound me.
And I was only trying a little.
So what brings you here?
I told you. I want to know what you're doing here. I want to know why. And I want to know what it is you think you want from me.
I see you're still wearing my ring.
Yep. Never took it off.
Why didn't you?
I always assumed and hoped that you'd come back one day and explain everything.
I won't explain everything yet, but I am back.
Are you just here to play more games? Because I'm really not interested. And even more than I'm not interested, my coterie is not interested.
Games are... It's an interesting way of putting the eternal struggle that we all seem to languish under. But I have different purposes in mind.
Maybe we can help you with that. If, we're not super busy trying to figure out what nefarious scheme you're pulling next, like, infiltrating our holdings or trying to get people to spy on us or infiltrating the clubs we're having parties at.
See, you've been having conversations.
You don't have to have conversations. I know how people like you do this.
In part, it may also be the way you do this.
Doesn't seem like it. Seems like I'm right here asking the questions. No subterfuge, no sneaking, no... I just came to you.
Is it, though? Where's the rest of your coterie? Do they know you're here?
Some of them do. Not all of them, obviously, or they would be here causing havoc already. And that's sort of what I'm trying to avoid, is the chaos and the havoc and the murdering of random people.
I've never actually murdered anyone.
Yeah, me neither.
I just showed up, wanted to have a conversation, and your coterie murdered someone.
A coterie murdered an insult.
Your coterie murdered an innocent.
I know. Sounds like all the more reason you and I should try to help each other out here. Because do you really want them busting in here next?
I'm more than willing to help you out. All you have to do is ask.
When I tried that last time, there was a lot of major...
There was also a lot of murder.
Yeah, all right. I don't really have that leg to stand on. Why show up like that at all? You wanted to have a conversation with me? You could have just been there.
I was just there.
No, you were there with a girl who looked like a ripoff of me. And you did it on purpose. And if you think I don't know that, then you think I'm a lot dumber than I am. And that's hard to think.
You give yourself far less credit than you really deserve.
I'm good at what I'm good at.
Singing.
And other stuff. Turns out I can run businesses and take Primogen, as it turns out.
You're welcome, by the way.
Was that your doing?
I cleared out a few people who thought they were going to be Primogen.
Who?
Your protege, for one.
My protege?
Hmm. Your little harpy-like friend.
Phoebe?
Hmm. Is that her name?
Yeah.
He wasn't paying attention at the time.
Well, how? She wasn't even.
Wasn't she? You should
Was
know
she?
this game by now. She was setting you up for a fall.
I don't think that's true.
Don't you? Think about how helpful she was being. Have any of us ever been that helpful?
Not without wanting something else.
Precisely. Did Phoebe want anything else?
No. No, she was already an acting minor harpy when I got the job. Who else? You said you cleared out some people. That's a convenient answer.
Is it? Do you know
Yeah.
how much effort it took to clear her out? Move her down to Seattle?
No. No, I don't. Is that where she is now?
She's settling in quite nicely from what I've heard.
I'm confused by all of this.
It's kindred politics. It's always kind of confusing.
So they think you're just here to take advantage of the positions I've gotten. Is that true?
The positions I helped you get? No.
I got Harpy all on my own. Before you made yourself known or got here or whatever. That was me.
Yes, you did.
So what do you want here? Why now? Why all this?
My plans right now are my own. Much like your plans are your own. What you're planning to do, from what I've heard, is interesting. But it's likely to fall apart fairly quickly if your coterie indulges in as much murder as I've witnessed.
Well, you're not wrong on that account. So you want to see us succeed at that?
If you want it to succeed, I would like it to succeed.
And you'd help us with that? Throw your support behind it if the opportunity arose?
If the opportunity arose and the deal was right. Much like anything in kindred politics, nothing comes for free.
Yeah, that is what I'm learning.
If someone tries to give you something for free, they're usually selling something else.
Yeah. Or they abandon you immediately with no warranty.
That's another reason why I'm here.
Talk more about that.
To apologize.
I'm listening.
It was wrong. It was impulsive. And it shouldn't have been done.
How are you going to make it right?
I'm going to start by helping you. Now, as to whether or not you want said help or your coterie indulges in their attempted murder, that is something else entirely. Help is fickle when someone's trying to kill them.
That's a fair and valid point. The problem is they don't trust you, and I really can't blame them for that because I don't really trust you either.
Don't you?
No. I'm intrigued and curious, and I really want to trust you, but I'm not stupid enough to do it.
You should also realize that I have never actually lied to you.
That's probably because you never spoke to me again. Pretty hard to lie to someone when you never said anything.
And since I've been back, I haven't lied either.
You haven't said anything of value to lie about.
Haven't I?
No. No, you've told me about Phoebe, which may or may not be true. And you've told me some nebulous my plans are no, what did you say? Your plans are as much yours as mine are mine, and then you proceeded to allude to knowing what my plans were. So one fair shake deserves another, all that?
I found out your plans on my own.
This is not how trusting relationships are built.
This is how kindred relationships are built.
I wasn't kindred when you met me.
You are now.
Yeah.
And are you honestly going to tell me that you don't prefer it this way? You can fool other people, try to convince them that you don't actually like being a kindred, that I did you some great injustice, some great wrong. But you and I both know being a kindred is enjoyable.
Enjoyment's not the point. You made me a monster.
We're all
You
monsters.
made me a killer. You stole my life.
You also mentioned that you never killed anyone. So no, I didn't make you a killer. Everything from the point in time that I embraced you, much like the rest of your life, is your decision. You choose to kill people, that's up to you.
You made me a leech. You made me a parasite, whatever word you want to use for it. You took my life and you gave me back a half-empty one that I steal from other people to maintain.
Doesn't mean you don't enjoy it.
You know what? Maybe Charlie was right about you.
Maybe he was. But then wouldn't that make Charlie right about you too?
Yeah, maybe it does. I don't think I should be here with
You're
you.
free to leave at any time.
Yeah. And Cassandra gets up and turns around and walks out.
All right. Let's go back to everyone else.
So we're arriving at Sur de Rose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sur de Rose.
going inside.
You see
What
a
do we see?
lot of roses.
Elena's just gonna turn and look at Charlie. What are the odds?
Are there usually this many roses at the crack house?
No.
Cassandra! So he's been here then?
He has sent things here.
Very least. And she's not here, obviously.
There are notes on each one.
I mean, I wouldn't read somebody else's mail, but
Elena's
somebody who
grabbing
might
it and is gonna read it.
be a little bit more morally dubious might.
The one that has the note on it says, I believe I did it all for you.
Yes. Unless Cassandra like took that note with her as opposed to left it with the flowers. Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
That sounds awfully threatening.
Charlotte, did she tell you that she had business here before she left?
Here at Sula Rose, yes.
She told you that she had business here?
Mm-hmm. And she's not here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's roses here. Like he's been here.
Jen is now. Is she with him currently? And if so, is it of her own volition?
I'm gonna call her again.
She didn't answer last time.
I'm gonna call her again. I'm picking up the phone, just calling again to Cassandra.
Would that be happening during the Connor conversation, or
I don't know how long it takes.
Yeah,
Probably.
just as you're leaving.
just as I'm leaving, then Cassandra picks up.
It's like just after you get outside of his suite.
Hello?
You're not at Sula Rose like Charlotte said you told her that you would be.
No, I finished what I had to do there. I am headed back to Charlotte Industries right now. We must have just crossed paths, just missed each other.
Machine, the slot machines.
Ching ding ding.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear that at this particular part.
You're not yet.
No, I'm still up in the. Why? Where are you guys headed?
Nowhere, we already got there.
Oh. So should I come back there?
That would probably be good, unless you want us to come meet you.
No. I'll head that way. I'm not far. I'll just get him to turn around. Limo driver, Charlotte's limo driver, turn around. Yeah, he's turning around. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll hang up the phone.
Oh, I'm in so much trouble.
And then Charlie's gonna go, Charlotte?
Yes.
Did Cassandra just leave when she told you that she was going to here?
What do you mean?
She just left on her own? She said I got business and she left.
Yes. She did tell me where she was going.
Didn't use any of your limos to get there?
Well, she doesn't drive, does she? And as my favorite, I would give her full access to any vehicle that she might need.
Why'd you say she just left as opposed to you telling the driver were to take her.
The driver doesn't need my permission if a sultry songstress were to
I'm
come
gonna
up to him
turn
and
in the
ask.
middle of Charlotte talking and just look at her dead in the eyes as she said, "The driver doesn't need my permission."
Somebody's lying.
Somebody is lying. I don't like being lied to.
Hi.
Neither do I, Charlotte. How do we fix that?
I get really upset when people lie to me. And I would like to activate the arms of the airmen, and I'm gonna target the roses.
All right. Let's make a roll.
Yeah. I got so hungry. I'm hungry. Yeah, it was actually the
Elena?
the beastie
Hmm, so
guy.
Up to.
Elena? What are you doing?
What is it now? I am expressing myself.
Express yourself more.
That's the plan. Do you have something helpful to add to this?
That is my help.
Fair enough then. Why don't you
Show
sit back
these-
and let me do my thing.
Show these insolent kindred that you are the one in charge.
It's not about the being in charge. It is about being respected and
Then make them respect you.
I'm going to.
Storyteller note, as I'm really liking that Elena and her beast are getting along so well.
So
I don't.
wholesome.
Oh. And I raised 2 hunger on that? Yee.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, arms of the airmen. I'm targeting those roses. Like if I vases and all, just crushing them.
Wait.
Yeah. So everybody sees like shadow tentacles come up and basically wrap around the roses and crush them and smash them up against the walls.
Still staring at Charlotte.
I suppose this is a place for self-expression. I think that we should meet up again and discuss and find out who is lying.
We're staying right here.
She's on her way here. With the limo
Perfect.
driver that she gave her
That I said she could use.
to take her here.
But you didn't say that. You didn't.
Have you
say-
ever tried to ask for a limo?
You didn't. You just said that.
I let those randoms who are hunting us down and trying to spy on us use my helicopter.
Charlotte, why does it feel like you're the one that's lying to us now?
I don't know how I'm acting any different than normally.
Charlie, would you like to explain to her what the difference in her story is right now?
Charlie's phone beeps as the timer runs out.
Yeah,
90-minute timer.
it would be the
Are you going to go murder or are we going to wait for Cassandra?
I think that's.
And
Perhaps you two
Wait.
should work out your story while Charlie and I go.
no, because the 3 success rolls. Charlie's arm slams forward onto Charlotte, and it is 3 times the size that it was from vicissitude. As I moved the attribute dots into that. So it's just a cartoonish fucking arm at this point, but just into the wall. Not like
Yeah.
through the wall, just in like against the wall.
It's kind of like Creed from Borderlands.
Just boom.
My building. It is my building.
Today has been very frustrating. So many people saying all the wrong things, not getting to the point, dancing around the issue. I don't even care where she went at this point. I just need you to tell me, were you lying to me about it?
Yes.
Don't do it again.
I'll do my best.
Just
It's
let
getting
go.
really
let-
dark in the room at this point, by the way. Just
I just
get
let go.
There's practically a cyclone of just shadow tentacles smashing things up against the wall and tearing down bits of art accidentally. Whoops.
Well, now that you flexed your muscles at me, what's the next move?
Timer ran out.
We're going to now I want to know where Cassandra went, so we're going to wait. No, we're going to wait.
I didn't want to.
And then we're going to get collection on these boons to handle the situation.
That only sounds fair. I am still worried about Harley, though.
I can't leave a message for Harley.
So it would be pretty much at this point that Cassandra's limo would be pulling up outside Sula Rose.
I've broken like lights, roses. There's shit all over the place. Like I threw a temper tantrum, and I'm still not happy. Still not happy. The arms are still there.
The wall is cracked, and just this uncomfortably large arm is just leaning against it.
And Charlotte's just sitting in a chair, and she's going to turn around and she's going to say, Cassandra, your mother and father have been worried sick.
Tentacle arms are crawling the walls.
I'm lucky to be alive right now.
What the hell?
You know, Charlotte said that you told her that you had some business to attend to here and then left. We wanted to find you because we were going to collect on Elena and Charlotte's boons with Nixodon to handle the situation so that I don't have to kill an entire coterie. Just to handle Connor. And then you weren't here because Charlotte lied about it. And it's just been a very drawn out night at this point.
Yeah, if only there wasn't a proverbial sword of Damocles hanging over our head with a very specific timer.
Tundra,
Maybe it would have been less stressful.
it would seem you had a delivery. Or a few.
It's just the one.
The big delivery.
Yes, it was.
When?
A few days ago.
So you lied to us earlier when you said you had not had contact from him.
Yes, I did.
Knew it.
You went to him, didn't you?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
knew?
I did. No, I told Charlotte I had to come here.
Except she lied about that.
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
I told Charlotte I had business and I needed a limo, And she gestured downstairs vaguely, which I took as a carte blanche.
He is my favorite.
Except she told me when I asked if she had lied to me about that she had. So
Did
either
you do it while you were threatening her with the big scary arm?
yes.
Oh, well, then any answer she gave must be completely above suspect.
Stop it, Cassandra.
You stop it. I am allowed to make my choices. I am allowed to speak to my sire. And when you all decide you're going to hand in your boons to get him killed, I'm allowed to go talk to him first. You are not allowed to come here and throw a temper tantrum and do damage. You shouldn't be allowed to threaten our boss. You should be better at lying.
As you wish.
I was great at lying. I told
And
the
Elena
truth.
is going to turn around and walk out the door.
And the shadows kind of follow Elena, and the last remnants of things that the last few shadows had been holding kind of scatter to the ground. But this place is a wreck.
Why is it that when I want to handle an issue, I have to wait because we have to have a plan. We have to have all the information. And then you walk out to the place that we were explicitly worried about you going without any help or backup, without planning, coordinating.
If I could interject honestly.
You can't.
No. Because my plan didn't involve killing a coterie who had no idea what they were doing. Reason number one.
What did your plan involve?
My plan involved going to him and asking him what the hell and why the hell, and probably what the hell a couple more times.
Good plan.
Didn't involve killing anyone.
Just could have put you right back where we were at your party.
Reason I went without backup is because you and Elena can't seem to keep your shit together, especially when you're together. And Harley can't seem to keep himself from going missing.
You're right, because he did it again.
Yeah, I figured as much. I just assumed that's why he wasn't here. He's probably partying it up in the sewer again with his special Kool-Aid.
Which is where we were going in the first place.
Oh, also smart.
Yes, because we have 2 boons to cash in.
For what purpose? Don't we need those for, like, the plan? The whole point of all of this?
We have somebody who is digging up research on us and trying to extort us due to this plan.
We're digging up dirt on him, and what little fairness is due, I don't recall him extorting us for anything except the unsanctioned murder.
And the combat. And to not tell. Oh wait, no, that was wrapped in with the murder. The third one was to...
For Charlotte attacking him.
No, that was the combat. The third one was to agree to my terms of having a conversation starting over, which included removing his thrall over you that he put on the moment he walked in. So
Well, lucky
know.
then I went and had that conversation. No thraldom. No. None of it.
It's almost like there was some sort of plan in place.
It's almost like he walked in with a very reasonable request and went about it poorly, and we freaked the hell out.
You don't do that kind of an entrance. When you want fair and reasonable conversation, you do that when you want the upper hand. It's what he always does.
It's what we all do. I mean, this is exactly what he was saying like 20 minutes ago. We're all doing the exact same thing. We're all going about it the exact same way. We're exactly like him.
No, we're not.
Really? Because his first response here wasn't, oh, I should kill her whole coterie so I'll have her to myself. And our first response was, hey, some people made a deal. We should kill every single one of them. Aren't we worse then?
Tell me, Cassandra, what's worse? Killing people who are working with somebody that is working against you, or taking somebody from their friends so that they get to watch as he has them and you don't? Is it worse to be dead? Or is it worse to watch something that you care about in the claw of somebody else? You can't do anything about it. Dead or helpless.
They're both reprehensible. There is no worse when you're talking about doing the worst things you can think of to someone. There's just awful.
One's perpetual.
And you don't think any of the people in those coterie have people who care about them? Friends who are going to wonder what happened to them? Sires and children and everyone else? When you kill someone, you are taking them from someone. Whoever they might be.
That's them making a choice that leads to that. Not taking all choice away from them and everybody involved. Because you can.
So why didn't we go to that coterie and explain to them, oh no, you made a wrong call. He's awful, he's bad. Come work with us. We'll offer you more boons to report false information to him. Why wasn't that plan number one?
I don't know. Why didn't anybody say it?
Oh, because you
trying
jumped up
to.
and made a break for it. And then your girlfriend went after you. And then you set a timer. A timer!
Harley said he needed 90 minutes. And then he vanished.
Okay, well, I got nothing for that part.
And we had 90 minutes of any other thing that he offered. And then Elena vanished. And then I went to go find her. And then you vanished.
So what I'm hearing is we all just need to communicate more.
We keep saying that. And then nobody speaks straight.
And then we keep just doing the same things over and over again.
We keep saying that we need to talk it out. That we need to be on the same page. And then we keep lying and running away.
What if you don't like the truth, Charlie? When I told you, I want to go talk to him. You didn't like it. You stalled and you came up with other plans and we came up with other distractions and we had other things to do. But because you didn't like it, because Elena didn't like it, because someone else didn't like it, we just don't do it.
Oh no, I gave an option for how it could be done safely and then you didn't like it.
What if that's worse? I mean, you talk about being helpless to someone. That's what you're asking me to do with Charlotte, whether or not I trust her. That's what you suggested. Slave part of your mind to her. Slave part of your soul to her for the benefit.
At least that time it's your choice to do it or not.
It was also
Not
my
someone
choice to
doing
go
it to
talk
you.
to him right now.
Hmm?
It was also my choice to go talk to him right now. Not everything that happens can be compared to the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Not everything. So what if I tell you right now, I want to hear Connor out. I want to make friends with him again. I think he can help us. What do you think, Charlie?
You know what I think.
Yeah, I know what you think. Say I wanted it. Really thought it. Really, truly, truly believed Connor had changed, or Connor wanted to make it up to me, that I really thought he could get behind our plan. And honestly, if he could do us some real good when the chips start to fall. And you know that.
I do know that, and I also know that the moment that the chips don't fall where Connor likes them to be, he throws a tantrum. And
Then rig the game, Charlie.
Or cut him loose at that point. I mean, you think Nixodon's not going to turn tail the second things go bad? Or Alexandru? Or literally anyone else who's promised to help us?
I'm not talking about turning tail. I'm talking about throwing a tantrum and taking whatever he feels he's owed at that point.
That's what we all do.
It is what we all do.
Not like him.
There's saying it, and then there's proving it. Because the only one controlling Cassandra right now, from where I'm standing, is you.
You are hardly one to lecture me about controlling another person, Charlotte Ardane.
I don't get up on a soapbox about it.
Now
can't
what?
stop.
Are you going to go trade your boons, get him killed? Take away my sire?
They're not mine to trade. They're Charlotte's and Elena's.
I'm sure you could convince Elena. Hell, she's probably halfway down there already.
No, she's not.
No, she's probably off doing something of her own side quests. Because none of us will just fess up to what it is we're doing.
You're right. Everybody just wants to keep playing it close to the chest.
We're all just so worried about what everyone else is going to have to say or do or tell them no.
I'm worried about not losing what I have. And everybody
worried
seems
about that.
very content to keep doing the opposite.
I think we're all trying to protect each other. A little. But we're very bad at it. Charlotte was right. When I walked in here, it was exactly like Mom and Dad were upset. I knew I'd done something wrong, and I came in here expecting to be told why, but that's not how this is supposed to be. I don't think. maybe.
You're right. I'm not your parent. I'm not your sire. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you anything. But it doesn't mean I have to just sit here and lose you again.
I'm not going anywhere. I never did. What do we do from here?
Well, I guess we have to figure out where everybody else went.
Yeah.
Speaking of everybody else, hate to cut through the dramatic tension on this one, but Elena, where did you go?
I've gone back to the old haven to hopefully find Harley.
So you go back down into the sewers.
Yep.
You've been here many times. You know the way. You easily make your way through any possible traps that may have been left over for when you and Harley were here. You go to the door and you open it. And you see nothing. Just these same plain walls, cleared out haven that you left behind when you were checking with, I believe it was Charlie at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that there is still nothing there. There doesn't seem to be anyone there either.
Yeah, Harley has never returned to this location ever since they left.
Is there any one of you hanging around? I do have glitter. I'm not afraid to use it. I just want to talk.
There is no response.
I'm gonna pull the glitter out of my pocket. Last opportunity.
Still nothing.
Blow the glitter around just for a minute.
That glitter flutters out of your hand and lands all over the haven. So, yeah, if ever Harley was to return to said haven, Harley would be wondering what the fuck happened.
Right, fine. Then I am going to go deeper in, and I am literally looking for either another Nosferatu or my friend. As I'm going through.
Deeper into the sewers?
Yep. I'm not happy about it either.
Yeah,
But at this point, my friend has been gone for a while, like, and that is a thing to concern about, and I'm on edge as it is. Like, I'm not doing great, so
in the world of darkness, I wouldn't want to go down here either. I'm not gonna lie.
but yeah, so
So you wander a bit down that particular tunnel. Eventually, you come across a tall, bald individual. Got kind of a suit, but it's not really. It's kind of beat up. It has no color, and they're smoking. They're like
You.
You.
What is your name?
Daedalus.
I'm never going to remember that.
Not big on Greek mythology.
I don't really care enough to remember. Just never mind. Have you seen a friend of mine? Nosferatu likes to wear a mask, hoodie.
Harley? Just say Harley. We
I
all know
didn't know if
Harley.
you'd. I will. How was I supposed to know that you would know his name? Yes. Have you seen him?
No. Not recently.
How long ago has it been since you've seen him?
It's been a while. I've been mostly hanging out at Sula Rose.
Do you know of anybody else that might know where he's at?
Have you tried calling him?
Personally, I have not, because I don't really do that so much, typically.
Do you want me to call him?
By all means.
Fine. And he dials Harley.
You son of a bitch, Steve. Harley's phone is on silent. And he can't answer the phone right now. And he sees who's on the fucking caller ID. And he can't answer his fucking phone.
Nope. Yeah. I'm If anybody wants to know where Daedalus came from, go check out Kindred the Embraced.
But it does go to voicemail.
He doesn't seem to be answering.
That is unsettling.
Is it?
Yes.
Thought you kept an eye on him. You were in a coterie or something.
He had a bit of a time limit, and that time has come and gone. And he's still not returned, so you can see why that's a bit unsettling, I'm sure, at that point. So, what I'm going to suggest is that you be kind enough to assist me in trudging through your preferred domicile to find him.
To find Harley?
Yes, to find Harley. Who else would I be looking for? We already established I'm looking for Harley.
Well, he's a Nosferatu. If he doesn't want to be found, why are you pestering the poor man?
All right. Three choices. 1, I'm really hungry. 2, I still have a pocket full of glitter, and from what I am to understand, you don't like that so much. 3, whether Harley wants to be found or not, you still help me find him, because there's a very likely possibility that he's probably in some sort of peril, because that's what he does.
He does get in peril rather often.
So are you going to help me? Or are you choosing option 1 or 2?
Well, you see,
Christ, we're going to do this, aren't we?
Can't just threaten everybody. It doesn't work.
Yes, I can. Shut up.
I can and I
The
will.
goal is to threaten every NPC in this game.
You do not harm a non-existent hair on Jeff Kober's bald head. You leave my boy alone.
Can you give me a wits and awareness check?
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah. Give me 2 seconds. I have an animal at my door that is scratching and not being happy about not coming here. Hold on.
Sure. I'll just go ahead and make that obfuscate roll.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, let's go back to the other part of the coterie. What y'all doing?
Which other?
In the middle of that, I rolled a rouse check to heal ag damage and passed, so the arm is just slowly just twisting.
Ag damage is 3 rouse checks.
3 rouse checks? Did that change from the errata?
It was 3 in standard rules. Did they switch it to?
My book says 1. I'll do a couple more.
6.
Okay, hunger 2.
Hunger 2? Okay.
Yep. But then Elena rolled 6 on her whips.
You rolled 6, Elena.
Yes.
So what happened there was he takes a long drag of his cigarette and you just hear him say, "Yeah, but I just don't care." And then he disappears right in front of you.
Glitter bomb.
You're glitter bombing where he was?
Just everywhere. The whole vicinity.
Making it rain of glitter.
Dex in athletics?
Just out of spite at this point.
I have to roll dex in athletics, is that what you said?
Yeah. That is correct.
Glitter bombing needs to be the new Olympic sport.
I got 2 crits on that.
Just the 2 crits?
Yeah.
You glitter bomb the area.
And I'm gonna proceed.
By the way, if the actor of Daedalus ever wants to play in Vampire the Masquerade,
You say his
you have to
whole
show up in
goddamn name.
glitter.
It is Jeff Kober. Steve, you say his whole name.
Elena's gonna diablerize him if she sees him again. That's just.
Oh God!
I dare you.
This coterie's doing real healthy. I think it's time for another
Monkeys.
group therapy.
Monkeys.
Elena's at 3 hunger right now, guys.
yeah.
No one give her a werewolf.
What? Give her a werewolf? Okay, cool. A bone gnawer shows up in the sewers.
Done.
Horrible
Over.
place.
Dead. So yeah, she's proceeding down the sewers.
In search of Harley.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the next episode title. The other part of the coterie. What are you guys all up to?
Yeah, so sorry. The book was confusing, wording in 2 different sections. I see the 3 rouse checks. So yeah, I'm at hunger 2, and the arm is just sort of like half deflating, half twisting back to normal size.
That's neat.
Sure something.
One step towards being able to fix things if I need to.
Fair enough.
Do you think that she went into the sewers? I didn't see her go through this door, but
I
She
assume
definitely
she's
went after him.
working to go kill Connor.
No way. She went after Harley first.
But Harley left on his own accord. Seems to be a lot of lack of trust in this coterie.
Well, we don't know for sure he left of his own accord. The last time he disappeared, it was literally the opposite of that.
That's true. But we do have
Harley-
security cameras in the building.
In this building?
No, in my building, where he disappeared from.
so you'll see him walk out of your building.
I don't know. What does it look like when you get called by the Sabbat?
I imagine it looks like walking.
Plus, I mean,
Oh.
isn't he the one who, like, operates all the cameras and stuff? Like, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. In the spirit of honesty, when you mentioned that Cassandra didn't necessarily have a plan when she went to go see Connor, that doesn't necessarily mean that there wasn't a plan.
Did you have a plan?
I always have a plan.
Say the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Harley as well. So as long as Elena isn't going to kill Connor, we should reconvene and
No,
maybe discuss.
Say the whole thing about what you meant by that.
Yeah, I want to hear that whole thing.
I have it on good intelligence that Harley went to make sure that Cassandra was okay. He did tell me where Connor was after all.
And that was the plan.
So he's there or heading there right now?
He's my eyes and ears.
Oh, well, that definitely undercuts the point I made to him about how we haven't been spying on him or sending people to follow him.
We haven't if we don't get caught.
Then will you contact him to tell him to come back so that we can come back together?
Yes, as long as there is something to discuss about communicating with Connor with more than our big, meaty fists.
I think that sounds like a great discussion. And I think to have it, we need to get Harley back here so that we can tell Elena Harley's back here so she'll come back.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will text Harley and tell him he is free to come back.
Hold on. Harley is going to text back that he needs someone to open the door for him or he's gonna get caught.
Hashtag oops.
The best hashtag, I swear to God.
Well,
We might need to go get him
where is he?
at the casino.
So now we're all gonna go there.
I mean, we don't need to all go there. That would be suspicious.
How are we going to go get him?
Well, thankfully, we've had somebody who's recently opened up a friendly line of communication with Connor, and it wouldn't be completely out of the ordinary for her to show back up, especially if she had something else to say.
Within under an hour of time.
Yeah, you didn't hear her? She's obsessive.
We're trying to not do that part.
Yeah, why can't you go talk to him? Tell him you have business stuff.
She
I
punched
mean,
him in the face.
I can. I just assumed that you didn't mind since you kept all the flowers. I didn't ruin the flowers, by the way. I thought it was sweet.
Ask Harley where he is at the place.
Where are you at the place?
He texts back, "This is getting really boring. We haven't left."
He's actually probably watching Days of Our Lives at this point.
Because he hasn't left.
How long after I left did you send him after me?
The thing about having good plans is sometimes you don't even plan them yourself. I believe he was already there.
Oh,
Is
so
he-
it's a terrible plan. Okay.
Is he in Connor's office?
Did the plan work or did it not work?
Not if
Did you
Harley
not
doesn't
come
get
back
out,
to
it
us?
doesn't work.
Then
Is
I'll
he-
go get him.
Is he up in the room with Connor right now?
It would appear so.
Well, we're doing good tonight.
No, it'll be fine. You did mention that you established that not everybody in your coterie wants to have him killed.
Yeah.
And hopefully you brought me up as one of those people, because I don't know your dark, scary backstory.
We didn't get into specifics. There were no lists or tabulations. We were just talking.
Well, then I should probably formally introduce myself then.
You punched him in the face
I did.
I'm sure he's over that.
twice. Well,
And he
I'm
smashed my head
so-
against a wall.
I'm somewhat sure he's over that.
And who knows him better than Cassandra? I sent him. It's only fair that I retrieve him. It's my responsibility.
What do you think, Charlie? You can't go get him.
Yeah, you can.
unfortunately, I think that I should. Because if Elena is looking for him and she winds up there, then somebody has to stop Elena from doing anything there.
Oh god, then we should all go.
No, no. I can go.
I look over at Charlotte.
It will be enough of a distraction that the door will stay open long enough.
Let's just recontextualize my original plan. And this time, Charlie is Harley, and I'm the beautiful Cassandra.
Okay.
As in, just be on standby. Talking is kind of my thing.
You going to talk Elena out of attacking Connor?
Oh no, that's what I have Harley prepared to do.
Assuming that you get Harley out of a room that he is stuck in to stop Elena. If she
Let me
wants to-
handle my Harley, and you
Also-
handle your Elena.
Isn't
We're
that
all
gonna
going.
mean Elena would have to be in the room? So you go there to talk to Connor, like 20 minutes after I do. And then Elena bursts in. And then Harley pops out of Obfuscate in the corner. and assuming here that, you know, Connor's
To
at
be-
least half as smart as me, this seems like an ambush.
Well, it would seem like an ambush, but Elena doesn't know where Connor is. The only people who do are us.
And
I'm
she-
more concerned about Elena going into the sewers and going to get Nixodon and cashing in her boon, because she tends to be a little impulsive.
Charlie, why don't you just text Elena?
Or call. She's more of the calling type, right?
I will call Elena, actually, because I've been calling everybody else at this point. So
Might as well round it out.
I'll call
Do
Elena.
I have reception where I'm at?
You do not.
And it makes the beeping sound.
While the
Sewers.
Yeah, while the SkyTrain in Vancouver does actually have repeaters, the sewers do not.
Mhm.
So
Stupid sewers.
So she is in the sewers.
Okay, so that's a good thing. That means
It's a
she's
great
not
thing.
on her way to Connor.
And that means Charlie doesn't need to come. You can go on a sewer spelunking expedition.
Yay!
So are you going on said sewer splunking expedition? Just a storyteller note. You call it my need to know.
No, I know.
Okay.
We're all just staring at each other trying to make this the least bad plan it can be.
The
Not a
funny
good
part's
plan.
if there's gonna be a Nosferatu down in the sewers that tells me where Harley is, and then Elena's gonna go to the...
Ready, break?
If I go into the sewers and she winds up at the casino while I'm looking for her in the sewers,
Well, then
That's
you
bad.
better hurry up and stop her.
you don't want to have that conversation.
Uh-uh.
And I will go into the sewer. I'm going to go actually through the entrance at the end of the sewer roads down into there.
All right. Cassandra, are you also going?
Into the sewers?
Did you just ask a Toreador if she's going into the sewer?
I did, yeah.
That is the dumbest question of this game. No, I'm not.
No? Okay. Just checking.
No, and I did not expect her to.
You need to know where everybody is at the end of the episode.
Which I guess means I'm going with Charlotte to the smart place.
To go say hi to your sire that you just said fuck you to.
Yep. Turns out I rethought things. I did one of those Cosmo magazine quizzes.
Is your sire right for you? Is your sire right for you? Answer these 20 questions to find out.
Oh my god. So I guess back into the limo for us.
Back into the limo.
Thank goodness we have 2 limos here.
Are we in 2 separate limos?
Just leave Charlie at Sula Rose if he comes out of the sewers in that particular location. So, this is kind of a good spot to end off this particular episode. But as Charlie disappears into the sewers and Cassandra and Charlotte leave via the front door, Daedalus comes walking out where Charlie went into the sewers. He can hear the crunch of broken vases under his feet as he looks around. I love what you've done with the place. And that's where we'll end this particular episode.
Motherfucker just watched me walk right past me.
Well, the back of him, because he managed to score just as many successes as Elena in the attempt to dodge. The back of him is kind of glittery at the moment, so yeah, there's that.
Oh.
So, thank you all for viewing our season 3, beginning of the episodes of season 3, our premiere, and we are going to be, I don't know who we're rating this week.
Gonna
I'm
be
not
so
sure.
Fantastic. Like we're this season is gonna be phenomenal.
So
I
good.
feel
So
it.
great start.
Yes.
Yeah. Gonna be
yeah.
about team building and family. It's basically a Fast and the Furious movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait until you guys
Damn
find
right.
out who I'm looking for.
That-
Aside from Harley in the sewer.
I hereby propose that we've been working so well together for so long that we all instinctively know what to do. And it's always the right call.
That was
Yes.
how our
Yeah.
plan worked.
There are no bad decisions in this coterie whatsoever.
I thought of my plan before we went to the intermission.
Which it's funny that that everybody's like, we should all talk and not have secrets. And then I thought for like a split second that Charlie was gonna out me for what I did in the what I did in the epilogue, the
Considered it.
Patreon content.
Considered it, decided against it.
I thought I saw that on your face. I was
Yep.
like, oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna
Charlie
tell
had
me.
so many secrets he could have dropped.
Yep.
And he's like, no one should have secrets except
No
me. I
one
should
should
have
have
all of them.
All right, so let's do a quick introduction. I don't even know what's called anymore. Let's start with Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. I was Cassandra. You can catch me here on Saturdays, and that's all I'm really doing at the moment. My book is, of course, still available on Amazon Canada and Amazon US. And keep an eye out for me around like August, September, when I'm going to be launching my horror game Skin Deep.
Patrick.
Hi, Patrick Gill, creative director, Martlet Games, and I was your, we'll say Swiss Army Nosferatu here this evening. So I think, like, basically, at some point in time, everyone that you see on this screen here is going to have either participated, is participating, or will be participating in a Martlet project. There's tons of stuff. We just finished London's Bleeding, our historical 1918 vampire chronicle. We have 2 epilogues. Each of them are going to be your standard, 2.5 to 3 hour episode length. So we have 2 of those. And for those of you wondering, yes, we are going to figure out immediately what's all going down between Rafe and Lillian. That was something that had to wait for the epilogue.
Yeah.
Because it needed it. But, there's things. There's tons of stuff. Stay tuned for the Twitter. That's usually where I've been putting a lot of our stuff lately. I'm switching more to Twitter. So keep an eye out there. Tons of things. One last, you know what? Actually, I think, I'll let Sam and Zach fight over who's going to end up with the next promo piece there for the thing.
Fight.
Yes.
Sam's up
Fight.
next, so.
It's Brennan, and then it goes to you.
Is it? I don't know.
No.
Yes, it goes to Brennan, and then you.
Okay.
Steve.
Wait, hold on. If I'm going reverse order, it'd be Sam next.
Exactly.
Samantha McLarty. I was Elena Cortez, La Sombra, who is traipsing around in the sewers looking for her best friend because he vanished and has been gone longer than the allotted amount of time. Currently
Just sums up the entire episode right there.
Yeah.
pissed off, angry, rageful, hunger 3. It's gonna
What
be fun
else
when
is new?
Charlie finds her. Doing things on Martlet. I am working on a game that I am not gonna say about just yet. We have started the process, but I don't have dates lined up just yet. We have so much stuff going on that I kind of we have to work around schedules and see when and where who can do what things, and that will be mine. I think that you guys are gonna look forward to it. I think it's safe that I can say that it is a Tin Candles-esque game, as in it is Tin Candles, but it is a very special kind of Tin Candles that I will explain more on that once we actually get things solidified and release the promo on that. But yeah, it's not your average Tin Candles by any means.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has 11 candles.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot
I
of candles.
have to go buy more dice.
Many
I
candles.
will say that I don't think what I'm going to be doing it has been done yet, especially not to the degree I'm about to do it. So it's either going to be fantastic and work wonderfully, or it is going to be a disaster, and I can't wait to see what happens myself. So, other than that,
Mhm.
we have I'll just let Zach talk about the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And I have to say, you don't know if it's going to be a disaster or not. Welcome to being a storyteller.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea the way this particular episode was going to turn out. And we've gone from, let's kill the other coterie, let's kill Connor, let's not kill Connor, let's kill Connor again. And
I
then,
still might kill the other coterie.
let's go visit Connor and let Harley out of the bathroom where he's hiding or something. I don't know. Zachary.
Hey, I'm Zachary Vaudo. That's my Twitter handle, and that over there is wherever you can find my links. ATL by Night Season 5 season finale was this past Tuesday, and everything worked out wonderfully for everybody.
Succubus Club. Everything good happens.
Everybody's
in Succubus.
totally
Yeah.
cool, and nothing wrong happened at all. Period. Happy
Sounds great.
fun time. You can check out the Happy Fun Time on twitch.tv/ATL by night or our YouTube channel. We're going into our postseason now. So Tuesday coming up is a postseason interview show called Blood Bonding. I don't know who's on that just yet, but we'll get there when we get there. Right after Blood Bonding, though, we will be raiding over into Martlet Games, where you will see me and Sam and tons of other people from Martlet in Death Pack in Queen City, which is a Sabbat 2-shot that is being run over there. Part 1 will be airing next week. Part 2 to be determined. But
we have a recording date. We have a recording date.
But yeah, you'll see a whole bunch of bad going on.
Oh.
And it's really, really good.
It's beautiful. It is absolutely amazing. You will all enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Apart from that, I was in the London's Bleeding finale that aired earlier this week as well. Thank you guys again so much for having me. It was so much fun.
Baylor was exquisite.
Yes,
it was
yes.
great.
I am going to be in a couple of Jasper's Game Day games next week, and so is Sam.
Yes, that's right.
So she can talk about that once I'm done now because she passed, and that's her problem. On the 10th, I'm going to be in a D&D game that is being run by Dustin Fletcher from D4. And on the 11th, I'm going to be in a D&D game that is being run by Joe Cat. You can find out all that information on my Twitter, Jasper's Game Day Twitter, their Twitter, etc. And you can also find me wherever tabletop streams are sold.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Sorry, Brennan. I'll just be a second. Linktree, of course, is in the chat. Still a drive-through RPG affiliate, so use the link that's in the Linktree. Jasper's Game Day. Ellie Collins is going to be DMing a D&D game in which I will be playing a character that I love so dearly that died a long time ago in another game, but I am resurrecting her with a Ravenloft feature that Reborn Lineage is what it is, and I'm hoping to give a few shout outs to the players that she was played with once upon a time ago. So yeah, I think that's it. Did I miss anything? Shit, I don't know. Brennan's gonna be in my game. It's your turn, Brennan.
Is that an announcement or is that dibs?
Thunder.
Well, I guess we don't have to go to Brennan now. Brennan.
Hi, I'm Brennan. I was right. And those are my links. That's my Twitter. Good night.
And I am Storyteller Steve. Tomorrow we actually have the second D&D game for Vancouver by Night starting up. It is going on at 2 p.m. PST, so tune into that. The ASMR stuff with Lex is mildly delayed ever so slightly because my computer had a slight, let's just say, operational problem.
Plus, it was 100 million degrees.
Yeah, there's that too.
We'll call it a whoopsie fucksy.
Hashtag oops.
Hashtag oops.
Oopsie whoopsie. I mean a fucky wucky or however however the thing is. I can't. Yeah.
What?
Oopsie oopsie whoopsie. It looks like we made a fucky wucky. It's just this.
My poor virgin ears.
Oh yeah, where's our button?
So yeah, come in Sunday for that. Sunday for D&D, Tuesday for D&D, and then back here next Saturday for another Vampire Takeover, which may or may not. We will be raiding into the Rolling D20s, folks. They might be doing a live show in person, which is weird.
And Bloodhunt's out this weekend, so who knows? Everyone and their dog's probably playing that right now. So you look at all the VTM channels, someone's probably playing that game there too. So.
Hope you got the alpha codes.
Someone is actually playing it right now that we're recording this, and we're recording it on Thursday because someone in Spain was just watching or playing it. I just saw them doing it.
Hilarious.
It's amazing. So yeah, tune into all that. I do not have a code myself, and I'm glad I didn't get one because my computer kind of crashed a lot. And yeah, so tune into all that. And I don't know, next week we might have Patrick playing Bloodhunt again, or he might go back to the regular office hours and be schooling y'all on how to play the vampires. So yeah, we are going to raid into, I don't know, somebody. Rolling D20s is off this week, so we'll pick somebody vampire related, and we will raid into them. So we will see you next week. Thank you all for attending, all the raids and the subs, etc. And see you next week.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye, buddy.
everybody.